So next up are presentations. So these are the video or live streamed talks that we've done. Uh, Most of them have been done a few months ago. I think the last one we did formally was in November, maybe early November. But we had a whole string of them going through that we had planned. Each one did a different aspect of FA. If you're interested, they are all on our Facebook page, and we intend to upload them to YouTube as we go along here too. So check them out here as they come up in here. You're welcome to. And yeah, they all did different aspects. We talked about how to be a plot member. We had a chat with our plot manager so that he could tell you all about his new role and what it meant. We had one on player relations. We had one on the history of FA. We did one of like some in-game fun stuff from Philip. Yeah, and a whole bunch of different ones here. And then of course we've got the one we're doing right now, which is us owners telling you about all the different things we're doing here. We're hoping to keep going on these ones here, specifically maybe with an owner or some other ideas along the way. We're hoping to do them maybe once a month going forward. We originally had it at about once every 2 weeks, and that was, it worked really well for all the plans we had, and then we ran out of ideas. And so we sort of finished up for a little while and worked on some other things. So,
Speaking of that, do you have any future ideas?
oh yeah. So here's the nice part is we took a long enough time off to come up with some new ideas. So first one that we've got on the docket is some more chats like this one we're doing here, where Doug and I have chats about the stuff that's going on. If there's something that we didn't cover in this video, or something you'd just like us to talk about, if you want to comment on the video, send us an email or send us a message for some ideas. We could do this again sometime if you like listening to us jabber on about FA. Another one we've got, I already talked about earlier, was the buffer and packet tutorials. So how to make a buffer, how to make a packet that all of them will be safe and be able to be used at FA. That's something that we've got in mind. We're just working on like finding some people that have better skills than me to do it. Not better than Doug though. He's awesome at it. Weird. So another one we had an idea for was a sort of, it can be a kind of crossover between a plot meeting. So you can get like a behind the scenes how our plot meetings go, and some of our plot members like how they talk to each other and how we decide on how to run plots. Sort of a crossover between that and also just like some older plot members whose plots have come and gone and may have been in FA but never really fully understood by the players at the time, or maybe were, but there were all these kind of interesting aspects to it or funny stories that go along with it. So if we can find some of our like older plot members that are interested in hopping on here with us, we can tell some funny stories, because after this long, there's a lot of pretty funny stories that have gone on these things. Yeah, and so the other one that Doug came up with, which is a fantastic idea, is we've currently titled A Day in the Life of Philip. And for those of you who have played FA, you guys know who Philip is. He's our friendly barkeep who definitely has no ties to anything illegal whatsoever.
No, of course not.
No, of course not. So, Doug, you want to tell us about how that one goes?
Yeah, this is in the works right now. I'm hoping to have it out eventually. Everybody always says that anytime there is a big bad monster, because maybe out of game Doug's playing it, Philip is never around. So what does Philip do? And usually the answer is, I was gambling someplace. And mainly it is, I fought a skeleton with my dagger and I killed him, no problem. It's not a big deal. So everyone always asks, well, what's a day in the life of Philip like? I would love to know that. You wake up and then you help cook a little bit and then you gamble, but then you're never around. What do you do? This will be videos of a day in my life. I will say that we will try to keep it out of game because I don't really want to get arrested. Not that Philip would ever do anything wrong.
No, never, no.
I think it's going to be very interesting once it's done and you guys can see the other side of Philip. So I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah. all the stuff you don't see Philip do when he walks away to go do something.
I will say this though, there will be some players that have seen this side before. I'll
Ooh,
leave it at that.
secrets.
Yes.
So that's another one we have in the mind here. I mean, there's lots of other possible options for things that we could do. We haven't really developed a whole lot of other things as we've been focusing on some other stuff more recently. But it is something that we'd like to maybe get back into and just have some more things up there just for the sake of interest, if nothing else. But yeah, if there's anything that any of these that sounded really interesting to you, or if there's anything that you'd like us to do, you have some ideas of some fun things that we could do, then just let us know. Send us messages, emails, comments, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see if we can come up with something else fun we can do here too. And
Perfect.
yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's
Let's
good.
move on, shall we?
Next one.